Here are additional tips if you experience lag or stuttering with AFMF2 or lossless scaling frame generation with new stock driver. You may not be aware of this, but it could help reduce stuttering or lag while gaming. As shown here, I have disabled Legion Space from launching at startup. So when I turn on the Legion Go, Legion Space doesn't appear in the task manager. However, if you open Legion Space to check something and then close it, Legion Space still run in the background without you noticing. Make sure that Legion Space is completely turned off when gaming, as having it running in the background could interfere with frame generation. Now I have turned it off and Legion Space is completely gone from the task manager. For Legion settings and Legion Space Daemon, just leave them running as they don't affect performance. They are linked to each other, so turning one off will automatically turn both off. Here are my settings for today. I use LSFG 3.0 for frame generation with X2 mode and set the resolution scale to 80%, capture API to DXGI, and scaling type to FSR with sharpness set to 8 and enabled the optimized version. Syncs mode is off to allow tearing for better latency, and max frame latency is set to 3, which is the recommended value for AMD. I also set the hotkey to F1 and mapped the rear buttons in Legion Space Y1 to F1, so in-game, I just click the Y1 button and lossless scaling automatically activates. Today I'm testing Far Cry 6. The game is running at 1920 by 1200 resolution with medium settings. This is the native gameplay without lossless scaling X2. The game is running with frame rates fluctuating between 46 and 50 FPS. Now I activate lossless scaling X2 using the hotkey F1. This is the gameplay with lossless scaling X2 enabled. After activating frame generation, the base FPS initially drops to around 38 FPS, but this allows the frame generation technology to effectively double the FPS. According to the lossless scaling release notes, they recommend locking the frame rate for smoother performance and to reduce GPU load. So I'm going to lock the frame rate using Riva Tuner. Keep in mind that you can't lock the frame generation FPS, you can only lock the base FPS. To do this effectively, monitor your base FPS and lock it slightly below that value for optimal performance. For example, in this case, the base FPS after activating lossless scaling is 38, so I'm going to lock it at 36. Now this is the gameplay with lossless scaling X2, where the base FPS is capped at 36 and frame generation doubles it to 72 FPS. The game runs smoothly with minimal ghosting and artifacts. While the input lag is noticeable, it's not too bad, the game is playable.
Bombarder. Expelliarmus. Descender. Glacis. Defender. Expelliarmus. Descender. Glacis. Defender. Expelliarmus. Glacis. Descender. Confringo. Bombarder. Propender. Confringo. Propender. Bombarder. Confringo. Bombarder. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Descender. Glacis. Expelliarmus. Descender.
Come out before I find you.
Expelliarmus. Descender.
How did that feel?
Defender. Glacis. Expelliarmus.
Coward!
Descender.
Trouble nothing.
Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus.